Today, I'm gonna be teaching you Southern Midwest infusion. I'm gonna start off showing you how to make some cheesy shrimp and sausage jambalaya grits. I love me some grits. We're gonna then show you how to make peaches and creme brulee. No bake style, easy for you guys out there. We're gonna finish that off with the vodka peach sauce. Don't go nowhere.
Chef Champion here to take you on a culinary journey I promise you've never been before. I'm here to help mold you, shape you, motivate you, and most importantly, inspire you into cooking like a champion. I'm Chef Champion, but my friends call me Ace. Welcome to the new age of culinary learning. Cook like a champion on this great station.
Welcome, America. Today, we took a little trip down to Green Bay, Wisconsin. We're in the beautiful Metro Apartments in downtown Green Bay. As you see, I have the state-of-the-art kitchen right here that they're gonna let me maybe burn up a little bit. I hope I don't mess it up too bad. So we're gonna jump right in, and the first thing I'm gonna show you guys how to make is peaches and creme brulee. Now, I really love this recipe because it's a no-bake. If you've ever made creme brulee before, it can be very challenging, but this one, it really takes out all the guesswork. So the first thing I want to do is turn my stove on about medium, and I'm going to add in some of this heavy whipping cream. And that's about 3/4 of a cup. And then I'm going to add in a little bit of this Irish cream. Now, you guys know I use a lot of liquor, I'm sorry. The Irish cream is definitely optional. You don't have to use that. You can just use all regular cream. And then we're just going to let that heat up just a little bit. Now I'm going to add in half of that sugar right to the cream. And then I'm gonna add the other half right to my egg yolks. Very important that you guys use the egg yolks. Man, I made this before and I forgot to do the egg yolks. Bad things happen. Things just don't coagulate together and work. So now that I have that in there, I'm just gonna give that a nice little mix. All right, now that we have that whisked up, as you see, it's starting to get hot. We don't wanna cook it all the way. We just pretty much wanna get the cream nice and warm. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add half of that to the egg yolk mixture. They call this tempering. Say it with me, America. Tempering, thank you. We wanna make sure we don't have scrambled eggs. Even though I love me some scrambled eggs, I just don't like them in my dessert. So now I'm gonna add that mixture right back to my cream. Give that a nice little mix. And then I'm actually gonna transfer that over to a double boiler. And the purpose of this double boiler too is so that I don't get scrambled eggs. And add that to that, just like so. And very important that I have that on probably about a medium simmer. You just wanna kind of slowly cook it. You don't wanna rush it. You're gonna stir this probably for about 7 to 8 minutes or until it gets nice and thick. So while that's going, I'm gonna show you how to make this vodka peach sauce. Start off with our skillet. All right, so I'm gonna give that a nice little mix again. Please don't walk away from this. I know you guys like to just put things in the oven sometimes and go, but this is definitely not one of those recipes. So what I did with the peaches is all I did is I cut off the ends of them, just like so, and then I got a little bit of core, and then I just go right into the middle and just core that middle right out, just like that. And I got this little core. You can pick that up at your local kitchen store. They make fabulous stuff. I actually got this one from Cook's Corner, but I'm sure they have some all over the world. So now what I'm gonna do is all those leftover peaches that I have, I'm just gonna give those a rough chop. And I'm leaving the skin on. Why? I feel like taking them off, you know? Whenever I make my apple pies and stuff, people always freak out. They're like, man, you left the skin on. And I'm like, man, really and honestly, that's where a lot of the nutrition is. So now I'm gonna turn that up just a little bit, probably about a medium high. And I'm using this nice premium Van Drastic vodka made right here in Wisconsin, homemade. I always love to use anything homemade, always the good stuff. So I'm just gonna add just a little bit. All right, dip that in there like so. So now basically what I'm doing is I'm infusing the peaches with the vodka, getting that nice vodka flavor in there. So now I'm just gonna add a little bit of peach on the beach. I know I picked this up at a local winery, Mona Rose, right here in the Green Bay area too as well. And whenever you're using wine with anything, just have it make sense. Peach wine, peaches and cream, I think we're gonna be okay. While that's cooking, I'm just gonna give this a nice little mix. Now, I don't know if you guys can see, I'll get down on there for you. You see how the mixture is starting to get really, really thick on me? That's pretty much what you want. You want it to coat the back of the spoon, just like that. Unless you know it's getting nice and thick. All right. So now I'm gonna grab my food processor. And this mixture is pretty much done. You don't want to cook them all the way. Peaches are pretty soft already. And I'm just going to add that to my blender. Trying to get away on me. Get in there. And this is a good way to get rid of all your scraps. Just going to turn that on. Give that a nice blend. And you want to puree this. This is basically a puree sauce. Now it looks like I got a good puree in there. Just gonna transfer that back into my skillet. And then all we're gonna do is just thin that out with a little bit more wine. Just a little bit. And a little bit more vodka. Just a little bit. Say I put some in there. All right, so as this is cooking, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break. I'm gonna show you how to do the presentation for that peaches and cream creme brulee. Don't go nowhere.
Tundraland baths are built with American pride and come with a lifetime warranty. With endless designs, you'll find something perfect for your home. Call 1-800-TUNDRALAND during our Frozen Tundra sale. Save $500 on your bath or shower system and pay nothing for 1 full year. Plus, get a free luxury shower head and fixtures. Call now and you'll get a $100 Bed Bath & Beyond gift card. It's our way of saying thanks.
800-TUNDRALAND. Tundraland.com.
Feel like a champion, offering therapeutic and relaxation services. Live like a champion. Lifestyle consultations are available. Revive. Schedule your next appointment with Rachel Champion today, located in De Pere, Wisconsin.
Welcome to Lex Max, your modern African Caribbean one-stop shop, offering a variety of African Caribbean foods and ethnic hair and beauty products. Diversify your taste buds and try something new. Come see us at 140 South McCarthy Road in Appleton, Wisconsin. All right, welcome back, America. So the last thing that we want to do for this creme brulee before we go ahead and do the presentation is add in about a half a cup of cream cheese and a little bit of this Madagascar vanilla bean paste. Just as such. And then what you want to do, once that's all mixed down really well, you're just going to throw this in the refrigerator for probably about 2 hours, let it set real nice and tight. So what I did is once it got set, I actually put it in a piping bag to make it easy handling. So we're just going to pipe it right into the peaches. Ain't nothing better than peaches and cream, let me tell you. So now after I have that piped in there, then I'm actually gonna put that in the refrigerator and let that sit for about 2 hours. And remember, you guys, never forget presentation. Presentation is everything. I started off with some fresh mint that's actually meant to be eaten with it. So all I'm gonna do is take some of that vodka peach sauce and lay that right on the bottom. Just like so. And then I'm actually gonna take the peaches and set them right on my vodka sauce. There you go. So now comes the fun part. All you guys that like starting fires when you guys are at home, now's the time to start it. So we're just gonna take a little bit of that sugar and just sprinkle it right over the peaches. Not too much. You don't wanna make it too sweet. You just want just enough so the sugars will burn. And I'll get you a nice burner. I got me a little small, itty bitty butane burner. So for those of you guys that don't have one at home, I'm pretty sure there's one in your garage. So whenever you're doing this, you want to make sure that you're not right up on it because you don't want to burn it. So I'm probably about, a good 3 or 4 inches above it. And we're just going to let that burn. And as you see, automatically the sugars start to turn dark and they start to turn. Oh yeah. So what's going on right now is actually the sugars are actually caramelizing from the actual heat. And it's actually going to create this nice little hard crust to go over it. That's really the signature of creme brulee. Uh-oh. Safety first. Make sure this is off. Right. Safety first. There you go. There you go. All right. So now one last little garnishment. We're going to take a little bit of that mint and just stab that right in the edge, just like so. All right. And there you have it, you guys. Your no-bake peaches and cream creme brulee with the vodka peach sauce. I'm gonna clean this mess up and we're gonna show you how to make some cheesy Southern style shrimp and sausage grits. Looks like we're all set up, you guys. Little basic ingredients. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make some Southern style shrimp and cheesy grits. So I grew up eating grits every single morning and I didn't get the shrimp nor the sausage. So this is my tribute to you, America. It was literally just the grits and a glass of milk and a piece of bread and I can go to school just from that. So grits is very, very healthy for you. And as you see, all the other ingredients are really pretty healthy for you. You got all your peppers, your sausage, you got your andouille spices sausage, you got your Schellsberg Creamery, salsa jack, that's gonna go with that. That's my shout out to you, Miss West. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the grits. Very, very simple. So out here in the Midwest, it was very hard to find the authentic grits, so I'm using instant grits, which is pretty much the same, just follow the instructions. So when the instruction says add in 4 cups of water, I substitute the water for chicken stock. So I'm adding in 3 cups of chicken broth, and then about a cup of actual whipping cream. And if you guys want it a little bit more creamier, just do half and half. That works out fine. So as that's cooking, we'll go ahead and get started on our jambalaya mix. For people that don't know about jambalaya, man, it's all about the mix. You can take that jambalaya mix and add it to anything. So we're gonna add this to shrimp this time, or to grits. So the first thing we wanna add is our sausage. We'll take some andouille sausage. Proper way to hold the knife, 3 fingers tucked underneath the handle, index finger on the blade, thumb on the blade. Make sure your knife is nice and sharp. So then we're just gonna cut that in half. And then we're just gonna cut that one in half. And then we're just gonna make some slices. All right, just gonna add in just a little bit of avocado oil in there. And then we're just gonna add that right into the skillet. Let that start to cook. While that's cooking, we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna put all this together, and we're gonna have us a good old-fashioned Southern breakfast. Don't go nowhere.
What children eat today can have a lasting effect on their overall health. Made with Door County tart cherries, Cherry Delights provide a healthy snack and taste delicious. Unlike sugary fruit snacks, these tasty treats are all natural and provide essential nutrients important to growing bodies. Let's help lead the way for our children to make better choices and understand the importance of healthy eating. When they ask for fruit snacks, give them a healthy snack made with real fruit. Cherry Delight dried cherries.
Creative Sign Company and its highly skilled staff have been producing signs and graphics throughout Wisconsin and nationwide since 1985. Call Creative Sign Company today to find out how Wisconsin's highest rated sign company can help brand your image.
Welcome back, America. For those of you guys just joining in, I'm making my Southern style shrimp and grits with a little bit of a Midwest twist. So while we were on break, I went on and had my sausage nicely sauteed. We'll go ahead and transfer those over to another plate so we can finish cutting up all our fresh veggies. Leave a little bit of that oil in there because you need that. So the first thing that I want to cut is get all my veggies in there. So I just got a couple of different bell peppers. You can play around with that when you're at home. Always remember proper way to hold the knife, 3 fingers underneath, index finger on the blade, thumb on the blade, using the claw on the left hand. So whenever we're cutting to make dice, all we have to do is slice it first, turn it at an angle, slice it again. Then we have dice. Goes right in there. And you guys notice one thing when I'm cutting. One, I'm tightening up my stomach muscles, believe it or not, so you can get your workout on as you cut. But you notice my body posture. I'm kind of down into the mix, getting my hands dirty. I'm not standing straight up like a totem pole. I want to get as comfortable as possible to make good, nice cuts. All right. Go ahead and do our onion. What you want to do is just slice that. Don't slice it all the way through. Leave a little bit of that onion intact. And that should be enough onion. Turn that at 90-degree angle, slice again. Nice and smooth. Give that a nice little mix. I'll add in our jalapeno. Now, jalapeno is optional. If you want a little heat in your life, definitely add that to it. As I'm cutting, I'm walking my fingertips backwards. And then I'm gonna add in some of this Newski's Canadian bacon. Now you can use regular bacon, but that's just a little bit more work. So you got the bacon, it's already smoked, it already has a nice flavor to it. Just gonna dice those up and add that to it. And Newski's is right here in Wisconsin. You can definitely order it online, or if you're in Wisconsin, you can stop out there, buy them. Give that a nice little mix. So while that's going, the last thing that we're gonna add to that is our shrimp. And I'm using Gulf shrimp because down south, man, that's all we do is use shrimp right out of the water. I mean, it doesn't get any fresher than that. So all we want to do is just cut those in 3, and I'm going to throw that right into our skillet. I'm not a big fan on farm raised, you know. Hey, I'm a firm believer, you know, the wilder, the better. It's the original format. It's almost like the organic version of what it was supposed to be. You wash my hands out there. Remember, sanitation is first, you guys. Always make sure you wash your hands in between jobs. So while that's cooking, I'm just gonna add a little bit of this Cajun season and sprinkle it right over the shrimp and all the other different peppers. And this is pretty much almost done. While that's finishing up cooking, I'll go ahead and tend to my grits. As you see, they're nice and creamy, just the way Mom used to make them. Grits is a whole grain, very, very good for you, you know. It's a knock up from oatmeal. I'm not a big oatmeal fan, so I added just a little bit of butter, just a little teeny bit. And then we'll cut up our cheese and add that to it. I'm cutting these cheese. Now this cheese is a shout out to the Midwest. I picked this up from my good friends down in Schobert's Creamery. For those of you guys who don't know, they make the best cheese in the world, my belief. So I'm just chopping these down with the Cutco cheese knife. And this is salsa jack, so this is a little bit of a twist. Let's see if that tastes good. Tastes good to me. So the grits are almost done. Normally in Louisiana, I would add a little bit of that cheese in there, but because we're in the Midwest, I'm gonna dump it all in there. Let it rain that cheese on there. Only in the Midwest can it rain cheese, huh? I'm gonna go ahead and finish mixing this up. This is almost done sauteing. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll come back and I'll show you that presentation. Don't go nowhere.
Wisconsin farmers support an $80+ billion industry that employs more than 400,000 people. Farmers continue to sustain Mother Nature's resources for future generations and create quality relationships with area businesses.
Mark Toyota thanks the farmer.
J-Mart thanks the farmer.
Ansane Associates thanks the farmer.
Central Door Solutions thanks the farmer.
Mid-State Truck Service thanks the farmer.
And we thank you for buying Wisconsin potatoes.
Choosing a good cheese takes years of experience. Let Schellsburg Creamery help you pick the best. No cheese hits the shelves without the Schellsburg Creamery stamp of approval. Look for our brand in your favorite store. Ask for it by name. Schellsburg Creamery, the taste of old-fashioned goodness.
All right, welcome back, you guys. So we got everything all pretty much ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and add in our andouille sausage. And for those of you guys that don't know about andouille sausage, it's pretty prevalent in all of Louisiana. It's just a spicy Cajun sausage that is the #1 sausage down here. I know down here in the Midwest, you guys like the Polish sausage, which that works a little bit, just not as authentic. So the last little touch we're gonna add is some of this Louisiana hot sauce, baby. And this is definitely optional. You don't have to add it in there, but man, I like a little bit of kick, a little bit of spice in my life. And that's almost pretty much done. I'm just gonna add a little bit of fresh garlic. Got this little fancy garlic peeler roller type deal I picked up at Cook's Corner. Just takes the skin right off. Well, we're gonna go ahead and cut that up. So as you guys see, you know, when we came back, we have our shrimp and grits going, where I just put a little bit of cream, a little bit of chicken stock, finished it with some of that Schellsburg salsa jack cheese, and that's all ready to go, nice and creamy. And then I have my jambalaya mix, which is pretty much the same thing that you would put in if you're making regular jambalaya, only instead of using rice, we're using grits. Ain't that a twist? Right, throw that right in there. One nice little mix. I like that fresh garlic in there. It's gonna still cook a little bit. You definitely, when you're cooking garlic, you don't wanna overcook it. So we'll go ahead, I just can't help it, you guys. That's something about shrimp and hot sauce. It's just, man, it just makes me go, mmm. Mm. Wasn't that a song? The things that make you go, mmm. Mm. Good stuff right there. All right, so we'll go ahead and get our garnish. A little bit of green onion. My favorite. We're gonna cut that ends off, and we're just gonna slice that on a bias, all for presentation. That should be enough. All right. So the last little thing we're gonna add is just a little bit of this chicken stock. And what that chicken stock is gonna do is kind of give it a little bit of a sauce to go with that. Mix that over. Just let that reduce just a little bit. Oh, get back in there. Just a little bit more. All right. Now it's time to just go ahead and plate this up. Looks like my producers are staring me in the face. I think they're hungry. They've been talking about these shrimp and grits all week long. And when you guys go home and you guys make this, I can guarantee you no one, especially if you're in the Midwest, they're not gonna have any idea what you're talking about, because they don't do grits out here. But surprise them, give them something different. It's nothing better than good old-fashioned Southern style grits. You see how they're nice and creamy and nice and cheesy? All right, give them one last spoon. And then what I'm just gonna do is take that spoon and just make me a little bit of pocket right there in the middle. There you go. All right. Man, if you wanna cook like a champion, you gotta eat like a champion. And it starts with breakfast. This is definitely the breakfast for champions. We're gonna add that right to the middle. Y'all, if you guys are looking and seeing what I'm seeing, your mouth should be watering right now. I'm telling you, you wake up in the morning, you eat like this, man, you'll be able to take on the day, take on anybody. Keep piling that on. All right. So then we'll go ahead and add in a little bit of garnish, a little bit of this green onion. All right, so today I taught you guys how to make a no-bake peaches and cream, which will save you guys a lot of time, especially those of you guys that have trouble in the kitchen baking. Very simple, but delicious. Then we finished off with this delectable shrimp and sausage grits. My mama never made shrimp and grits like this before, but if you look at it, everything's so healthy in it. You got your nice shrimp up in there, you have your peppers, your onions, your jalapeno, everything in there is just nice and fresh. This is a breakfast for the champions in the morning. Get up and eat this in the morning, I guarantee you, you'll be ready for the day. That's our show, you guys, and that's Cooking Like a Champion. We'll see you next time.
Today's show is brought to you by Shullsburg Creamery, Glorious Malone's Fine Sausage, Cherry Delight of Country Ovens, Tundraland Home Improvement.
Cooking Like a Champion is produced by Creative Edge Productions.
Chef Champion here to take you on another culinary journey. Whether you want to cook like a champion or just have a champion cook for you, Chef Champion LLC is your one-stop shop to culinary goodness.
We offer a variety of services like private dinners in your home, professional cooking classes, motivational speaking, recipe development, and more. Need your brand promoted? What better way than to have a champion represent your brand right here on my show?
Hire me today for your personal Chef Champion culinary experience.